ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TLEV Horror for a new breed of horror fans. My name is Mr. E, and today, well, this is a very short video because this is the introduction to a brand new series that we have created. Now, this series is called Build a Maze. Now, this series will be based off the ideas that we at TLEV Horror have for mazes that have never been created before. Now, these mazes will not be based off of just certain IPs for certain parks. You know, that means that these mazes don't have to go to a certain park. This doesn't have to be an HHN maze. This doesn't have to be a Knott's maze. This doesn't have to be an LA haunted hayride maze. No, these are mazes that we at TLEV Horror just want to create because it's fun. This is our way of making our own mazes. Now, what are the rules for this new series, Build a Maze? Starting off with, it's any IP. We can use any kind of IP that goes from Universal, Disney, Paramount, all of those. We could use any horror movie that has not been created into a maze before. We can use any band that has never been put in a maze yet that we could use. Any musical artist we can use. Any actor or actress based off a maze based off of movies that they're in, and anything else, maybe a folklore maze. So these are basically, we can use any sort of IPs for these mazes. Now, each maze will of course have a blueprint. At the beginning of this series, we'll be following the same blueprint. Here's the blueprint right here. So we would have to create up to 8 to 10 rooms for each maze. Now, with each room, there has to be a story that goes with the maze. So of course, we'll be making our own stories. We will be making our own characters and all of that. Now, of course, we are starting off this series with a very low budget, which means it's all us right now. So that means you're not going to be getting crazy good scare actors, like costume designs. The facades will be, you know, it's going to take some time for it to get, you know, more, I don't know, artistic, I would say. But of course, it's going to be all about imagination. If you can imagine the maze, yeah, it's all about imagination for sure. And of course, we are going to take ideas from the audience. You as a fan, as a viewer, will be sending in your own recommendations in the comment section down below of each video when they come out. The most likes will be put into consideration, and of course, we will create it into a maze. Now, of course, some of these mazes will not be like how you would want to see it. This is how we would want to see it. And of course, once the maze comes out, once we create it, you can always let us know, this is a room that I would add on to the maze. Get the community going and all that. Now, I know we'll be seeing a lot of horror fan gatekeepers for this series, but again, this is just for fun. This does not mean that these are mazes that will become true at any point. If they do, well, we know where they got the ideas from. But no, this is just for us to have fun. We've always wanted to create our own mazes, and yeah, we're looking forward to doing this. Now, the schedule for this series will be a once a month video, because this series is going to take a lot of work. We got filming, creating scripts, creating ideas for each room. It's gonna take a lot of time. But of course, with a lot of time, we're trying to make it the best way we can. Now, the first video will be out in 2 weeks from now. It will be based off a Disneyland park property. So there is our little hint for the first video. Then after that, there's already a few videos planned, but after that, we're gonna take your guys' recommendations into consideration, and we will be working to create mazes based off your guys' idea. So it probably will become clear once the series begins, but I'm really excited about doing this. I've always just thought about how would I create certain mazes, so this is my way of doing it. Of course, it would be great if they all come true at one point, but of course they won't, because a lot of these IPs they are not turned into horror mazes. But if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you are looking forward to this series, let us know in the comment section down below. Also hit that like button. New to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You want to support our channels, of course, and make this series a lot bigger than it's starting as. Support us on Buy Me a Coffee. All of that stuff is in the description down below. I'm really looking forward to this. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to see this first video coming out. And it's been made already, but I want to make sure that we get enough people to see this little intro video and I can get your guys' feedback. With that being said, my name is Mr. E, and always remember, horror fans do it best.